Hey there, boils and ghouls. I'm Mr. Macabre, and welcome back to my movie library. Well, I promised that it was going to happen, and it's happening now. This is going to be two-part video, but this is the first part in my Arrow collection. As far as I know, to date, these are all the Arrow titles that I own, and a lot of them are Blu-rays, a lot of them are 4Ks. I was never like an early adopter of Arrow Video. You know, I don't have like their VHS, their DVDs. You know, like the glass windows or their Blu-rays with the glass ones. I never was able to get any of those. You know, I kind of got a little late to the party with Arrow, but I do have a sizable amount. To be honest, I kind of thought I had a little bit more, but still, it's a pretty good collection, I think. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, these are pretty much all like in all alphabetical order. These are kind of my standard editions. Then I'll do a separate video where I'll do my collector's editions. So starting off, this is Blu-ray. I know that there is a 4K of it, but we have Alice, Sweet Alice. With all due respect, this is just not a movie that I just really feel like I need it in 4K. I don't feel like it's going to be the end of the world if I don't have it on 4K. It's an okay movie. It's just not something I really watch too often. So I do have it on Blu-ray. That's Alice, Sweet Alice. Next up, this is coming to 4K. I do have it pre-ordered. We have Takashi Miike's Audition. So there you go. And I may as well tell you guys right off the bat, if you're thinking that there's going to be like kung fu movies in here or a lot of science fiction or whatever, to be truthfully honest with you, no. Usually when it comes to Arrow, I pretty much just go for the straight up horror. So I'm sorry, but if you're thinking you're going to see like Demolition Man or something like that, I'm sorry. Sorry. Last Starfighter, no, I'm sorry. It's just pretty much everything I got here is pretty much just a couple of comedies, but mostly it's all horror. So next up, we have the 4K of Basket Case. They did a really good job with this 4K. It ends up looking pretty good. So Basket Case on 4K. We have Lucio Fulci's The Black Cat on Blu-ray. If this gets a 4K, I'll probably go ahead and pick it up, because I got a lot of Fulci movies on 4K, so even though, to me this isn't his best work, I mean, it's all right, but yeah, I could probably, if they do a 4K for this one, I could see myself picking it up just so I can, just so I could add it to the collection. So, but yeah, The Black Cat on Blu-ray. Blood Rage. That is definitely not cranberry sauce. Yeah, I think it was just last year, around October or November. I picked this up when my record store was, they had like a whole bunch of, boutique label titles that they were just trying to get rid of, and they had a big old sale on them. So I was finally able to get Blood Rage into my collection. This is another one I picked up. This is Blood and Black Lace, Mario Bava. I need to check. I think they did a 4K on this, but I think I got this for pretty much almost nothing. That's why I was just like, I think I could live with it on Blu-ray. And this is the 3-disc set. So Blood and Black Lace. This one I do admit, I grew up watching this one. Pretty much, right in the middle of the 80s slasher movies. If they did a 4K of this one, I'll probably pick it up. It's entertaining. It's sleazy as hell. It's kind of a fun movie. We have Bloody Birthday. If you don't know, it's about these 3 kids. They're all born on the same night. I think it's like a blood moon. And there's something wrong with these 3 kids, and they go out and they start killing people. So, a Bloody Birthday. This is one I just picked up recently. I showed in a video. Yeah, I got, this is Blu-ray. I got Cheap Thrills. Really fun kind of black comedy. Got David Koechner, Sarah Paxton, Ethan Embry. So, kind of like Jackass on steroids, I guess you could say. Anyway. I'm actually surprised this isn't on 4K yet, but we got Chud. Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Yeah, this is not on 4K yet. That actually kind of surprises me. Weird. This one, yeah, I did a video of this one a while back. We got Don't Torture a Duckling on 4K. See, again, Lucio Fulci. You know. So, yeah. So, like I said, if they ever do a 4K of The Black Cat, I probably will turn around and pick that one up. But, yeah. Sorry, I got a lot of them to go through here, so that's why I'm just kind of going through them. There's in here, this is the imported version. I know that I didn't go for the Kino version, but I saw this one. I like this one better. We got Dressed to Kill, Brian De Palma's film. Lots of bonus features on there. You know, great mix of slasher, murder mystery, giallo. Classic De Palma film. These are all going to fall over. This one I've had for years. I don't know if this is ever going to get a 4K. I'm actually kind of surprised it doesn't have one yet. It probably will in the very near future, but I got the Steelbook, Blu-ray Steelbook for Abel Ferrara's The Driller Killer. Okay. Go ahead and show this one to you real quick. Surprised this one is as good a condition as it's been in. What's that? I've had this one for years. This film should be played loud. Yeah, I think this one's Blu-ray and DVD, right? Yeah, Blu-ray and DVD. But yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of surprised this one doesn't have a... Just kind of surprised this one doesn't already have a 4K yet. Of course, watching now that I said something, we'll hear about it any time now. But yeah, Steelbook for Driller Killer. Another one I'm kind of surprised hasn't gotten a 4K yet. I probably will pick this up when it comes out, but to add it to my Tobe Hooper collection, we have Eaten Alive. Classic, sleazy as hell movie. You got Marilyn Burns, Neville Brand, you know, Tobe Hooper's follow-up to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, William Finley, Stuart Whitman, Robert Englund. As a matter of fact, the very opening of the movie is Robert Englund. My name is Buck, and I like to fuck. So, but yeah. Classic. I enjoy this movie. I know a lot of people are like, you know, I know a lot of people have trashed this movie. They're like, really? Tobe Hooper went from Texas Chainsaw, this piece of shit? I've always liked this movie. I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for it in my heart. Like I said, if they do a 4K of it, chances are, yeah, most likely I'm going to pick it up. This one here, we got Anthony Perkins. Hasn't been himself lately in Edge of Sanity. It's basically, you know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. With Anthony Perkins. Yeah, again, very sleazy movie. So, here we go. Got this one on 4K a while back. Yes. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Great cult classic horror comedy. You gotta love Elvira. You know, how can you be a horror movie fan but you can't stand Elvira? Come on. So. Next up. Okay, yeah, I just did a video of this just a little while ago. On 4K, we got Evil Dead Rise. I am so happy of the job that Arrow did with this. This 4K is just, it blows it away. All the great bonus features, everything. You know, I already know some people are kind of bashing on Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I'm willing to give it a look. You know, it definitely does. The Mummy definitely does have an Evil Dead Rise vibe to it. It definitely looks and feels like an Evil Dead Rise movie. But still, so glad they did this on 4K. Especially that Warner Brothers was bare bones. Then they turned around and put out the other edition. They had like a short film and a commentary. And finally, we got like a proper edition of Evil Dead Rise. So happy about that. Next up, another one I'm really happy about, and Friday the 13th, the remake. I know it's really, really hard trying to get these Friday the 13th movies on 4K, and that's why I still got my Scream Factory box set with all the Friday the 13th movies, and I'm never getting rid of those. I'm keeping that. That's staying. But yeah, I am going to try to get these on 4K when I can get them. Friday the 13th, definitely one of my favorite franchises. The remake is pretty decent. I mean, as remakes go, it's like, could have been better, but then it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But, I do enjoy it. It's definitely got some fun moments in it. Derek Mears makes a great Jason, so. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with it. So, anyway, yeah, Friday the 13th remake on 4K. Next up on 4K, yeah, this is another one I had to import from overseas. We have Heathers. Great black comedy from the 80s. Winona Ryder, Christian Slater, Shannon Doherty, Glenn Shadix. It's like great horror not horror, but more of just a black comedy. And a lot of fun. I know Winona Ryder's always said, like, this is probably the best. To her, I think this is, like, the favorite role she's ever played. Damn, almost lost it. I know she said, she would love to revisit this material again, but she always loved playing that character. Christian Slater is a lot of fun. So, yeah, basically, I've heard people say that, Heathers is Mean Girls Goes to Hell, so, but really good movie. Here we go, classic, you got Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, Telly Savalas, you got Horror Express. Another one, I know I keep saying this, but it's like, yeah, it is kind of surprising. This one hasn't gotten the 4K treatment yet either. I mean, I know they're doing a lot of new stuff, which is great, but I just kind of figured they kind of go more like a little bit more half and half, like do like some new stuff here, but kind of do like trickle in a lot of their older stuff too. But anyway, so yeah, for right now, Horror Express on Blu-ray, I can live with it. It's not going to kill me. This one I got as a Christmas present. And, well, as they say, if you know, you know. I got Immoral Tales. This is sleazy movie personified. This is Walorian Borachik's very, very sleazy movie. I got this as a birthday or a Christmas present because, I was told that there was a section about Elizabeth Bathory in here, but it's not what you think it is. This movie is, like I said, it is sleaze personified. Lots and lots of, very, very, lots of nudity, lots of softcore sex, everything else. I will say though, if you're a guy who's turned off by women with armpit hair, yeah, you're not gonna like this. But But anyway, yeah, just super, super sleazy movie. I got another one coming here in a few minutes, but yeah, Immoral Tales. Here we go, another 80s slasher classic with Daphne Zuniga and Vera Miles. We have The Invitation. About these girls who decide to stay all night in a mall and, there's a killer. Let's see. Kelly sorority sisters have a special initiation in store for her and her fellow pledges, which involves a late-night break-in of her father's department store. But what begins as a harmless college prank turns sour when, once inside the mall, the group find themselves locked in for the night along with a deadly intruder. So yeah, Daphne Zuniga, Vera Miles, Clu Gulager is in this. So yeah. Oh, it says introducing Daphne Zuniga, so this was before she played Princess Vespa. Anyway, fun movie. Fun 80s slasher movie. This one here, got this on 4K just a little while ago. We got The Invasion. Nicole Kidman. Another version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So, I know this movie gets dunked on a lot. I didn't mind it. It's, out of the 4 Invasion of the Body Snatchers movies, because you got the original Don Siegel, the Philip Kaufman remake, then you got the Abel Ferrara's Body Snatchers, and then you got this one. Yeah, the 4 movies, this one is, kind of the weaker one, but still, I didn't mind it. It's okay, I've definitely seen worse. So, but yeah, Nicole Kidman, Daniel Craig. I thought it was all right. Now, I said I had another really super sleazy one, and again, it's like they say, if you know, you know. We have Island of Death. Nico Mastorakis' film. Yeah. About this couple on an island. They're traveling to this island, and it turns out these two are into some very weird, very pervy stuff. And, the guy here, he's kind of a religious lunatic, so this guy, he feels like he sees like a gay couple. He feels they need to be killed. He sees, like a lesbian, she needs to be killed. This has all kinds of stuff. And the director said, that the thing was he watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he said that, at the time he felt like Tobe Hooper was trying to make the most disturbing movie ever. And so he was like, he wanted to take a shot at it. So that's kind of where this came from. Was just he wanted to try to make the most disturbing movie of all time, and so yeah. So this movie's got it's got gay sex, it's got lesbian sex, it's got bestiality, it's got there's a whiff of necrophilia in here. There's I think I said incest. There's lesbianism. There's all kinds of strange, bizarre stuff in here. But like I said, yeah, if you've ever when it comes to this one, if you know, Island of Death. Here we go. Couple of great 4Ks I'm really happy to have. You already know because I've already showed one of them. So we have Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Really glad that they did a great job with this on the 4K, and it looks good. Even if it may not be considered the best movie in the Friday the 13th franchise, I'm still really glad to have it. I'm really, really hoping that before too long, maybe we'll get this kind of treatment with Freddy versus Jason. Fingers crossed. I hope so. But so Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, and which of course will lead to Jason X. Really nice looking 4K. Again, this is a movie. I know a lot of people bash on this movie. They can't stand it. I have fun with this movie. I get some enjoyment out of it. I mean, it's goofy as hell. It's silly, but it's entertaining, and I have fun with it. And I mean, Jason is still being Jason. So, I mean, there is a lot of humor, but I mean, come on, man. The Friday the 13th franchise is known for humor, and I mean, pretty much, you got Kane Hodder playing Jason, and Jason is being Jason, and even though he becomes Uber Jason, but that's not even until like the last 15 minutes of the movie, and then then that's pretty much done away with quick. But so Jason X, I have fun with it. I know it's not the best, but I at least get some entertainment value out of it. All right, moving along here, we got as soon as this came out from Arrow, I ditched my Scream Factory 4K because this one has both cuts of the movie on it. And anyway, it's Tobe Hooper's Life Force. I mean, I know that Imprint put out that really nice edition that they did. They had the 4 disc. You get the Blu-ray, you get the 4K, all that kind of stuff. And but you know what? This will do me. Great movie, but I didn't need to shell out, a giant box set that's going to take up way too much space. I didn't need to shell out almost $200 for it. I mean, I love this movie, but I don't love it that much. $200 much. But this does me just fine. I got what I want. I got both cuts of the movie, the international, the director's cut, and the theatrical cut. Bunches of bonus features on there, so I can live with this and be perfectly satisfied. So, yeah. Really, really happy. Life Force on 4K. That's an import, by the way. Duh. Okay, got this one on 4K, and that is Kevin Smith's Mallrats. Boy, it sure is taking a very, very long time for Kevin Smith movies to come to 4K, aren't they? I mean, okay, we got this one. There's Clerks 3. There's Dogma. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think those are the only Kevin Smith movies are on 4K right now. But anyway, Mallrats, fun movie. I enjoy it. It's got its great moments in it and stuff. I don't think it's my favorite of Kevin Smith's movies, but I definitely don't hate it by any means. It's a lot of fun. There were some jokes in here they really tried to make work. I just unfortunately I don't think they did. You know, Ben Affleck. I'm gonna fuck her someplace uncomfortable in the backseat of a Volkswagen. This one here, yeah, this one's on Blu-ray. I would be shocked if this one does get a 4K, but hey, stranger things have happened. But yeah, this is a movie I have a lot of fun with. It's definitely an acquired taste kind of a movie, but we have Microwave Massacre with the late Jackie Vernon, who everybody will always remember as the voice of Frosty the Snowman in the Rankin Bass cartoon. But yeah, definitely get some good funny lines in this movie. It's like I'm either gonna have to what was it? I'm either gonna have to eat more or screw less. I'm so hungry I could eat a whore. This movie, it's very goofy, it's very funny, it's sleazy to the max, lots of bloobs, lots of boobs, some blood, everything else. It's like, got Jackie Vernon's character. He plays this construction worker, and he's irritated because his wife gets this gigantic, like floor to ceiling size microwave, and she's trying to cook like all these fancy meals, and he's very much a simple taste kind of guy. He's like, hey man, just give me, it says in the movie, just give me a bologna and cheese sandwich, and I'm happy. It's like I don't need all that fancy stuff and everything. And then, circumstances happen. He accidentally kills someone. Then he accidentally discovers he has a taste for human flesh. And so, and I've always said this before whenever I talked about this movie, the one thing I think is funniest thing in the street that this guy lives in, the neighborhood that this guy lives on, I want to know where this neighborhood is because I want to move there. Because this guy happens to live in the neighborhood with the most, just horny, hot to trot women you've ever seen in your life. I mean, just, this guy can't even step outside his front door with girls there begging to be taken to bed. So you're like, where the hell is this neighborhood? I want to move there. It's like, my God, just beautiful, buxom women just left and right, just begging to have sex and everything. Is like, and you're like, where is this place? I want to buy real estate there immediately. But I wouldn't want to kill him, but still, So he starts luring all these girls into his house so he can kill them and cook them in the microwave and eat them. So, but anyway, yeah, it's, this movie is very, very, very much an acquired taste. So, it's like go in, if you can, if you have a pretty good threshold for bullshit, and just kind of stupidity in movies and stuff like that, you'll make it through this one. But yeah, if you have a low threshold for it, this movie ain't going to do you. But still a fun movie. I admit, yeah, they put this on 4K. I'd pick it up. There's one here. Hey, Rob, Rob from VHS82 apostrophe. Yeah, I was like, I haven't gotten around to looking at the sequel yet. Not even sure if I really want to, but here you go. Because, you've talked about this movie often. We got The Mutilator. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I think this one needs a 4K. I don't think this one's got one yet. So, yeah. Another 80s slasher movie. Guy with a killer hook. So, yeah. So, I do have this one, So. This one here. Oh, yeah. This movie was very, very, I don't know, important to me, I guess you could say, or whatever. But, yeah, during my teenage years going through puberty, that is, we have My Stepmother is an Alien. Kim Basinger, son of a bitch, Kim Basinger. She was definitely on my list of the most beautiful women ever. And, like I said, being a teenage boy, especially that scene where she's going to seduce Dan Aykroyd. And, you got the music playing and she's in, the nightgown. Oh, my God damn, that was a thing for me, as a teenage boy. And also, too, young Allison Hannigan, who would go on American Pie, How I Met Your Mother. Fun movie, fun, entertaining comedy and stuff. But yeah, just Kim Basinger, just, oh my God. So, yeah. So, yeah. I don't think I need to say any more. You guys get the drift. Okay, I just picked this one up the other day. You guys saw. I got The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. Yeah, just fun giallo movie. Not going to talk too much about this one because I already talked about it before. But yeah, The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. This one here, this is another one. I was like, I admit, yeah, they did a 4K of this one. I'll probably go and pick this one up. It's John Landis's first full-length feature movie, written, directed by John Landis, and starring him is Schlock. Pretty fun movie, horror comedy, monster comedy. That's John Landis playing the ape. The first collaboration between him and Rick Baker. So, yeah, fun movie. Basically, he plays this, what's it called? A schlockophagus or something like that? Basically, it's John Landis running around in an ape suit just wreaking havoc everywhere. And kind of like doing like a comedy parody homage to classic, monster movies and stuff like that. So he got the inspiration, on watching the movie Trog with Joan Crawford and talking about what a piece of shit that movie was and say he wanted to do something kind of like to spoof it, so here goes Schlock. So yeah, John Landis' first movie. And like I said, if they were ever put 4K of that out, I'll probably pick it up. This is definitely one of the gems in my collection. Yep, we have this is a Blu-ray Steelbook of David Cronenberg's Shivers. I got this. This is signed, if you can see, by Lynn Lowry, star of the movie. Yeah, this is another one I've had for a long, long time. Seen from the bathtub. The only difference is I did kind of, well, see, here is the thing, I didn't have a region-free Blu-ray player at the time, so what I did was I took my Blu-ray and my DVD, the Arrow Blu-ray and DVD I have there, and what I did was I put my my Vestron collection Blu-ray in here and my director's DVD of David Cronenberg in there. So I know that might seem sacrilegious to some people, but hey, I got the discs. They're right here. I can still, play them if I want them. I just at the time, I was like, I'll just go ahead and, I got my Vestron here. I got that one there, so I'll just go ahead and, put those in there. So, funny part is that's one of the parasite slugs, but it looks like a turd, doesn't it? Sorry, but it does, Barbara Steele in this movie. So. And the first feature-length movie of David Cronenberg. Oh, come on. Now you want to close? What the hell, man? Come on. Here, whoop. So, yeah. My autographed Blu-ray Steelbook of Shivers. Coming to the end here, folks. Like I said, not actually too many more as far as my standards go. There's one here, kind of a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of esque kind of movie, slasher movie from the 80s. We have The Slayer. My tablet just went off for some reason. Okay. So yeah, about a woman her nightmares are not, they're killing everybody else. It's been a little bit since I saw this movie. So yeah, not great, but not terrible either. Here we go. This is one I'm actually surprised does not have a 4K yet. I know I've said that before, but yeah, I'm surprised. This movie, I figured would have gotten one by now. Brian using the Society. Yeah, I would have figured Arrow would have been top priority on this one, but it's weird. We don't have a 4K for this one yet. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Okay. And my friend Rob, he'll appreciate this one too, but, well, I think he already knows this one's coming, but, yeah, from Jack Hill, we have Spider Baby, Lon Chaney Jr., Sid Haig, Carol Omar, it's yeah. This movie, you got, cannibalism, inbreeding, all this kind of stuff, it's yeah, Very, very bizarre movie. Like definitely was an inspiration for movies to follow. Like the old, it's the definitely the old creepy house with the deranged family inside. This movie would definitely serve as inspiration for like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or House of a Thousand Corpses, American Gothic, on and on and on. Just movies where you have these, like these people. People come across this house and they go in, and this really bizarre family of, psychos and cannibals and stuff like that are living in there. And this is kind of like one of the, if not the first movie to do it, it's one of the very first movies to do it. So yeah. Again, surprised not a 4K, but give it time. This one is a 4K. I made a video about this one a while back. Yeah, we got The Stuff. Fun Larry Cohen horror comedy. And I would definitely, if you were asking me, at first I wasn't going to pick this one up, but then I saw that there was a different cut of the movie here. Was it pre-release cut? Was it 30 more minutes of footage? So you're taking, the theatrical cut is like 90 minutes, and then, what was it? Oh no, okay. The theatrical cut is 87 minutes, and the longer cut is 119. So, yeah. So about, 32 minutes longer. So, in my opinion, the Blu-ray with the longer cut, that's worth buying this for alone. And if you're a fan of the movie, if you ask me, is this worth getting? Yes, get it. Just so you could have the second disc, so you could watch the longer cut. It's actually pretty fun. You get, Michael Moriarty is a lot of fun in this movie. You get a lot more fun stuff with him in the longer cut, but yeah, really good movie. Fun horror comedy, The Stuff. Larry Cohen classic. May he rest in peace. Okay. Into the teas now. I think you guys already know which ones are coming first, because I made videos talking about these. Very happy. We got the remake, the 2003 remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or is it 2004? I think it's 2004. We got the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Really, really happy that, that Arrow did this. Really happy. And not just that one, but we also have Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. I know, when this 4K came out, I saw some people reviewing this, doing videos talking about, and they were like pretty bashing this movie. I don't know. It's like, I actually really enjoyed this prequel. I mean, I know some people don't like it because it is a prequel, but overall, I enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun with it. R. Lee Ermey, in my opinion, definitely steals the show, but you get your blood, you get your gore, you get your cannibalism, you get everything you would want from a Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's in here, But yeah, I enjoyed this movie overall, and and I had the unrated on DVD for the longest time, but then everybody started talking about that was one of the DVDs that was suffering from disc rot, so I was happy that this was coming out. Plus, two, you get both cuts of the movie on here, and then also too, like plenty of bonus features to go around. So yeah. So to me personally, I think Arrow really knocked it out of the ballpark by putting these two movies on 4K. I would love it if they could, since they're doing the Warner Brothers new line, line of movies, if they could get their hands on Leatherface Chainsaw Massacre 3 and do a 4K of that one, I'd buy it. I would definitely go for that. Got this one on 4K, and I love this movie. You just saw my last. I just got the NECA figure for it, but we have Trick or Treat. I know a lot of people were like, they're like, oh, I'm not going to buy that and stuff. Now there's a steelbook of it if you want it, but, I was just like, yeah. I mean, for me, this is an automatic yes. I love this movie. It's an every year watch. I watch it every year on Halloween. Great movie. Love it to death. As a matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. I love this movie so much that, here you go. 1 second. It's like, yes, I have the Arrow 4K, but I also could not get rid of my Scream Factory Blu-ray. That's how much I love this movie. It's like, no, I need this. I was like, no, I want this on Blu-ray as well as 4K. You know, I easily could have sold the Blu-ray off, but I was like, no, I need both. You know, really, really happy. So, yeah. This one here, super, super happy that this got a 4K release. Just beyond thrilled. So, oh yeah. Like I said, as soon as I found out this one was getting announced, I was like, I'm buying that. That's a day one for me. So, there you go. 4K of Trick or Treat. We're down to 2 more. Down to the last 2. Sorry, like I said, I thought I had more than I did, but I haven't shown my collector's editions yet, so that's going to be another video. But the last 2 we have on 4K, Weird Science, John Hughes comedy classic. I can understand some of the criticisms about the 4K. Yeah, this is one. If you got the Arrow Blu-ray, you'd be just fine with it. You know, the 4K transfer on this one is a bit of a mixed bag. Parts of it look great, parts of it not so much. But you know, I mean, of course, you know, Kelly LeBrock in 4K. That was, you know, that was definitely a draw for me. But no, actually, I had this on Blu-ray, and the only reason I bought this on 4K was because I came across the 4K for pretty much next to nothing. You know, record store was just trying to get rid of it, so I got it. And last, and this is last for now, but we have The Woman, directed by Lucky McKee, the based on the novel, based on the character by Jack Ketchum, and this also has the Blu-ray for the movie Offspring. So basically, you know, if you go on by the book's chronology, you know, you have the book Off Season, then you have Offspring, and then you have The Woman. So yeah, they never made a movie of Off Season, but they did do a movie of Offspring, and then this is a sequel to Offspring. And then, I'm sorry, I forget the title, but there was another movie that Pollyanna McIntosh wrote and directed. There was another movie with this character of The Woman in it. But anyway, so yeah. So this is actually a 2-for-1 deal. You got the movie The Woman on 4K, but you also have Offspring on Blu-ray. Or is that 4K too? No, that's a 4K. Okay, sorry. I thought, my mistake. I thought both of these were, I thought like the first one was a 4K and the second one was a Blu-ray. I'm sorry. No, both of these are 4K discs. Nice. Okay. So anyway, so that's pretty much it as far as my standards go for Arrow. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sure for some people it's going to definitely be underwhelming, but I don't know what to tell you. This is what I got for now, you know. I got some other, you know, I do have the 4K import for Nightbreed. I got that one pre-ordered, but sorry, you know. Anyway, so and like I said, I got Audition. I got the 4K for that one pre-ordered, but that's what we got for now, folks. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch, stay tuned. There is going to be a part 2, but stay tuned for that. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, share, subscribe, you know, comment if you need to comment. You know, if there's something you want me to show off more, you know, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. And that's it. Take care of my boils and ghouls. Love your movie library. I'll love you back. And talk to you all later. Bye.